Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Happy Monday, crazy weekend over here, but the future is literally looking brighter. That's my new Switch OLED dad joke. Oh, I hope you like it. Anyways, what's going on, guys and girls? It's Zach from SwitchForce. We are pumped and primed for a great week. I'm about to take my talents on the road, but first, I gotta give you the Nintendo news, including a big warning for Metroid. All right, this one is important for you to hear, and it's the end of an era, the end of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Tomorrow is the final countdown as the game comes to a close, and we're gonna share the moment together. I'm gonna be live streaming Sakurai's farewell tomorrow starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, so you got somebody to party with and cry tears of joy and cry tears of sadness and wave goodbye. I'll put a link in the description down below. Hopefully you'll join me tomorrow for that fantastic event. But some stuff is being said about it, and I want to discuss what's being dished on Sakurai, Smash, and the final fighter. Plus, there's some interesting news bits, including a new Legend of Zelda collection and a leaked Nintendo Switch Online game coming before the end of the year that I think you'll like. So let's buckle up, everybody. Make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the show, and let me know in the comments down below what you think about today's topics. Let's not forget that today was the day Instagram and Facebook went down worldwide. They are still down, and the earth is crumbling. Or maybe it's not so bad after all. Do we really miss these guys? I don't know, but I'm sure it'll come back sometime soon. Right now, though, there's no IG and there's no FB. Everybody just on Twitter and hopefully YouTube as well. Also, my friends at Lexar, boom, they own the Amazon deal of the day today, and they're putting big chunker discounts on my favorite Switch memory card. That is the Lexar Play Card, and the 1TB version is 49% off today only for the Amazon deal of the day. They got a bunch of other sales as well, so make sure to click the link in the description down below to check them out. And if you're waiting to get a memory card, today is the day. Holiday gaming is coming, Lexar is the best, and they love Good Morning Mario, so it's a perfect opportunity, and I'd super appreciate if you check it out. Alrighty, one thing you shouldn't check out is Metroid Dread, but the game's out on Friday. Yeah, you can check it out then, but a lot of people have been posting leaked content already. There's copies out in the wild, and they're breathing fearful air into our faces by saying, fall victim to the spoilers. And I'm here to warn you that you gotta be careful all week long, because people are posting boss battles, gameplay, story spoilers, cutscenes, etc. all over, and it's going to continue. Once the floodgates open, they usually don't stop. People have their hands on the game, and they are just trying to get it out there. I feel like this is such a big moment for Metroid fans, and honestly just for Switch fans. It's going to be the coming out party for the Metroid franchise, and will almost assuredly be the best-selling Metroid game ever. I don't want to see the moment ruined by people who are trying to spoil it. We got scalpers and we got spoilers, the two S's, and I'm not a fan of either. So be wary out there. Okay, they just dropped a new Metroid commercial with an Emmy in this girl's apartment, and that's freaking freaky. All right, it is a spooky month, but it shouldn't be spooky because robots are in our house trying to kill us, and it shouldn't be spooky because spoiler rats are out there trying to ruin our launch day experience. I'll be covering the game when it does drop, all right, and I'll bring you my impressions and reactions, and hopefully it's everything everyone has said it's going to be, which is gorgeous, great, and controls super smooth. And I will take down those Emmy robots so they don't hurt you in your homes. But let me know in the comments down below if you're trying to avoid Samus spoilers, and if you're gonna play Metroid later this week. Me, Zach, I'm a known merchaholic. I love my Nintendo merch. In fact, I love a lot of merch, but I really love when the Big N puts out quality stuff. And they've got a new collection for The Legend of Zelda dropping next week, October 11th, and they're revealing it on October 6th. It's from Black Milk, who produce very high quality, very cool, very colorful pieces, right up my alley. Until I realized that it's women's clothing only. I can probably fit if I just calculate and convert the sizes right, although that is tricky to do, especially with my very tall stature and my long legs. I'm not gonna be getting any pants, but maybe I can pick up a jacket. The early little sample they showed us looks pretty darn cool. I love the map print all over. Seems to have a Breath of the Wild emphasis, although they do say it's gonna cover a bunch of Zelda games, which has me very intrigued. But if you're interested, whether you're a woman or not, the Black Milk Zelda collection drops next week, October 11th, and they'll reveal all the pieces this Wednesday. They will sell out, they always do, and they're really cool. We're currently waiting for the N64 expansion pack to Nintendo Switch Online, and the rumors out there say that they are really going to soup up this service with some delicious soups, all right? They're gonna bring in the rare titles, And by rare, I mean the company rare. Maybe some rare ones as well. We got the nice little box art for Sin and Punishment in the US, which never really existed. And the hope is that they can get all the good stuff, like Diddy Kong Racing, and throw online multiplayer in there. Well, we have another little rumor here / leak from Special Nick, who posted a screenshot of someone from Discord, apparently one of his insiders, saying Perfect Dark will be on Nintendo Online Expansion Pack before 2022. Now that's another Microsoft property. They are currently working on a reboot for that franchise, a big new shooter in the Perfect Dark series, but we're gonna get the OG Perfect Dark with online multiplayer before the end of 2022, which is pretty cool. Now, the holy grail is GoldenEye, and we probably won't get it just because there's a bunch of different players and bureaucracy involved, and it would be really hard to accomplish. But hey, if we can grab Pokemon Stadium, which has been rumored, if we can grab Diddy Kong Racing, which has been rumored, and Perfect Dark, which is now rumored, that would be pretty sick. And I think this service will shape up to be much more enjoyable by the current player base than maybe the already existing offerings are. Especially with that inclusion of online multiplayer, that is definitely gonna bring back a lot of fun memories, and for the Nintendo nostalgic, be a worthy reason to subscribe to this service. I've seen people also speculating on when the details will drop, and they think it could be this week. They typically like to go 2 weeks before they actually launch the product, and many people are pegging the 3rd week of October for the expansion pack launch, primarily because Mario Party Superstars drops at the end of October on the 29th, and they probably don't wanna clam those two announcements together. Giving some separation would be perfect for the 3rd week, so we can look forward to Sakurai Presents, Switch Online info, and probably the announcement of the Nintendo Animal Crossing Direct date very soon as well. Let me know in the comments what game on the expansion pack you would be most excited to play, especially if it includes online multiplayer. All right, Editor Gabe, cue the sentimental music, because tomorrow is the end of Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, the game will exist for eons, but I mean, this is the end of the content and our final chance to see Sakurai drop a new fighter. And we're all excited. Like I mentioned, I'll be streaming at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, but some stuff has been said, and it's really interesting to me of what direction Sakurai and the team are going for this final character. All right, so yesterday, Nintendo tweeted out to let your imaginations run wild for who this final fighter could be. And that instantly got everyone tweeting about Crash Bandicoot and Sora. I saw both of them trending. People wanting to get a Kingdom Hearts rep in there. People talking about Geno again, Waluigi, all the fan favorites, right? Master Chief got his mentions and more. But then today, Sakurai tweeted that there's, one more day left and he's really excited for it. He loved recording the presentation and he hopes you're ready to tune in. But he tweeted something very interesting after that. Here's the translation. You may not know the new fighter, or it might be different from your personal expectations, but we hope you enjoy this game show and the broadcast itself. Now that seems to be a very, very interesting phrasing from the king of the Smash Castle himself. You may not know the new fighter, or it might be different from your personal expectations. Well, all the characters that have been trending and are being talked about are very well known. I mean, pretty much everybody in the gaming space knows Kingdom Hearts and Crash Bandicoot. Everybody in the Nintendo space knows Waluigi. Everybody in the gaming space and the shooter space knows Master Chief. You may not know the new fighter. Now, would Nintendo risk having a very unknown lower tier fighter be the finale? I can't see how they would do such a thing. It's a 40-minute presentation, and they know this is a big deal for the company, for the game, for the creator, and for the fan base. But why would we not know the new fighter? Does that mean it's a brand new character? Could it be something from an upcoming game that we aren't too familiar with? Or will they once again dive into a strange third-party partnership with a character nobody even asked for? Or is this Sakurai's way of just trying to lower expectations, and he knows that a big group of people will be pissed off regardless, and so he's trying to temper things down? I mean, it's interesting. He obviously has to obey Nintendo PR rules, but it's odd to me that he would say, you may not know the new fighter. I personally feel a bit worried that Nintendo is going to make a very unpopular and unpredictable choice here, and maybe they don't view the finale as important as we all do. And there's so many characters that have been speculated and rumored and requested for so long, inevitably, 99% of those cannot come true. Only one can. And maybe this is just Sakurai's way of saying, hey, everybody out there may not know this person. Like, does everybody know Sora? I feel like they kind of do. Does everybody know the new Pokemon? If it's somebody from Legends Arceus or even Gen 8, does everybody know Geno, even though it's not Geno? Does everybody know Walu? Like, you start to really get in your head, and I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm just fingers crossed that it is someone of substance, and I think any of the popular choices, Sora, Crash, Master Chief, Waluigi, any of those would be wonderful. And honestly, anyone from Nintendo, even an upcoming game or a recently released game, or somebody from Metroid Dread would be fantastic. I just really myself don't want to see Sakurai and Nintendo dive down some deep third-party hole and pull a character that nobody has much familiarity or a whole lot of liking for. And goodness gracious, it better not be another sword wielder. In the meantime though, everybody, let me know your take and who you think Sakurai is going to drop tomorrow for the final fighter. It's a weird moment. It's one that will just kind of close off 3 years of Smash Bros. Action. And then I guess we'll have to wait for the next Smash. But let me know your predictions, your final ones in the comments down below. I'm gonna still stick with Waluigi. I still think that's who it's gonna be. I still think that would be the bow, the cherry, the kiss on top. And it's also something I'd really like to see. It would set the internet ablaze. And either way, it's gonna be one wild ride of a show. Now, speaking of wild rides, I'm about to take my own wild ride. Things have been shifting and moving, but I'm still moving. It's just taken some time. It's a big move, so there's a lot of moving pieces. It's also a big week. Metroid Dread, as we discussed, but Switch OLED as well. I have mine, and I've been thoroughly impressed with how much better the moment-to-moment experience is with that brighter, more vivid screen. It's hard to sell on camera. It's hard to sell when we're not in the same room. It's hard to sell when I'm holding up gameplay because you can't see it if I capture it. It doesn't do anything in docked mode, but I'm telling you, as a Switch OLED skeptic, I have been convinced and converted. Although that's not the case for many of you, because I asked, are you getting a Switch OLED this week? And 76% of you resoundingly said no. And it makes sense because the Switch OLED is an upgrade of convenience, right? It's not an upgrade of necessity. It does nothing different. It plays nothing different. It just enhances a significant amount. 11% said you're still gonna try to find one. I know pre-orders have been sold out, but there probably will be launch night, launch day stock, and hopefully those of you who want to can get lucky without paying scalpers prices. 13%, lucky number, said yes, you're getting one, myself included, because I got mine and I'm happy with it. The dock is better. The kickstand is better, the feel is better, the screen is better, but you're totally cool whether you grab it or not. I'll bring you more content and coverage as the week goes on, but in the meantime, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button if you had fun with me today. Hope your weeks are all starting out wonderfully, and whether it's rain or shine on the outside, remember, you are in control of creating rain or shine on the inside, and once you kind of realize that, it's pretty reassuring. Until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. SwitchForce, out.